Hi there. I decided to record an update on the situation with optic neuritis that I have. In my last video, I talked about how I got optic neuritis, that it is connected to MS that I have. So in this video, I will share how I've been dealing with this optic neuritis. So in my left eye, I've been getting a slowly decreasing acuity. This is when the light has been continuously dimming, and I know it sounds scary, and in actuality it's not as bad as it sounds, but the effect of it is pretty serious. As I shared in the last video, this is connected to exercising. If I exercise, my vision in the left eye gets worse, and on certain days I see worse, and on certain days I feel better. And sometimes I see pretty okay, and I feel like it's coming back, but then I gauge myself and I actually see that it's not better. The real impact of this on life, there's a huge psychological, emotional part of it, which I'm not gonna get into, but it's life-changing for sure. The person I am now is not the same person I was before, and it's both connected to my MS diagnosis, but also it's because of this optic neuritis situation. It's big emotionally, but practically I will talk about how I was struggling at work. At work, I look at the screen a lot. I'm a programmer, so that's what I do. I look at the screen, I read code, I write code, and the performance depends on how fast I can read, and so on, as you can imagine. And what I experienced, and this may be helpful for someone, actually when I was experiencing these issues, I was looking for information online anywhere, something about a situation when one eye is getting worse and the other eye is okay. And guys, I could not find anything there. Maybe I didn't use the right words, maybe I didn't search enough, but I couldn't. I think this kind of information is is available if you go to a professional rehab optician and things like that. In my case, I have problems with insurance, so I couldn't afford that. So what I was experiencing right after my left eye was bad enough that I could not read with it, I experienced a sudden loss of ability to read. And it's not like I forgot what letters are, it's that I would look at the text and I could not make out much of it. I had to move my head like this, basically slowly, line by line, and it was really scary because I thought, okay, if this is how it will be, it's not okay. And thankfully it got better. but it took time. It took a few weeks. For a couple of weeks I was getting this confusion looking at the screen, and honestly I thought my career is over. I cannot write code, I cannot read, and as a programmer you have to read pretty fast, and you have to kind of go through a lot of files, and I just was out of my usual self. And the other issue I was getting, actually it started a couple weeks after I had a problem with my left eye. The issue was that my right eye started, the right eye started hurting, like the pain in the eye itself, like it wants to pop out of the socket. And I believe it was because my brain was still trying to do things the old way, and was trying to, I don't know, trying to use the right eye like completely, and it was not able to see the things as well as it used to, and it was trying too much. That's what I'm trying to say. I felt the eye pain in the eye, and I felt the pain in the nerves behind the eye, right, behind my ear, and I read somewhere that this area is actually connected to eye nerves, and this area is what helps, you know, to move your eyes. I don't know, that's, you know, that's what I just saw somewhere on the internet. I cannot claim that that's true, but my experience was that this area inflamed, and I had like almost a bump, and I would massage it, and right after I massage, my right eye feels better. It could be mental, but it was more than that, I believe. I would massage, and the eye feels better. And I actually went to a professional massage place, and they did some therapeutical massage. So to fast forward, that continued for about 2 weeks, and thankfully that also stopped being an issue. And I can say that right now I am almost good. I don't see well in my left eye, and sometimes it feels like the world is a little dimmer, and that's probably because my left eye is not seeing it as much. But the good thing is that my brain readjusted, and I'm able to read, probably not as fast, but fast enough to do my job, and I'm able to, and I don't have pain in the right eye. So I wanted to share this for someone who might be in the same situation, and I know this is a rare situation when one eye has optic neuritis, and it's, but maybe not so rare. I know people with MS will understand. Those who had some issues, visual issues, will know what I'm talking about. So the good thing is that our brain is powerful, and it readjusts. So I would you know, tell you to hang in there, and things will be okay. With that, thank you for watching, and God bless.